Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Kel, this is Working with Resonance. This is a relationship read for Leo. Welcome Leo. Thanks so much for joining me, allowing me to bring these messages through for you today. Hope you're travelling well. Let me know in the comments. What we're going to do with your relationship read today is have a look at the overall energies for the next 4 to 6 weeks for you, your person and the connection. And then we'll go into your side, their side, and the connection in more detail at an individual level. So let's just jump straight in. Leo, what's the overall energy for you? Well, the big message from the universe here is don't take action before action is required. Practice stillness, practice breathwork, practice patience. But definitely there is no action before action is required. That's the message. 2 fours, the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Discs. Does kind of feel like you're going through some change, but that's then solidifying. And it's all happening without any effort on your part, okay? Got Aries and Venus frequencies coming through. There's a lot of Earth frequencies coming through here as well, Gaia frequencies. Let's have a look at the overall energies for your person for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Princess of Discs and adjustment. A little bit prickly. They're a little bit prickly to begin with. They have really strong walls and defenses up, but they're moving much more into their instincts and into the flow as this unfolds, okay? Princess of Discs and adjustment. They are learning about balance and flow. They're learning about their truth. They're learning about openness and connection. But they do have really strong defenses at the beginning of this. At the beginning, in the preparation, it did come across that there was a lot of external stuff, a lot of busyness. It kind of felt like you were tying up loose ends. You were very distracted, taking care of business outside of this connection. There was a lot of communication coming from the person's side, and then that became a reciprocal flood almost of information. It kind of felt like a bit of get to know you kind of, oh, this and this, backwards and forwards. When they first started communicating in the preparation, it felt like you kind of, words are just words. I'm not interested until I see some action to back that up. So that's kind of a little bit interesting because they do start out with really strong defenses overall. But as they kind of feel the flow, they're becoming a little bit more open, a little bit more communicative. So for the connection itself, yeah, 6 of Discs. It is very balanced overall for the next 4 to 6 weeks. There is give and take, but it is flow, stability, and security. You listening to the messages here with the 2 fours to not take any action before action is required is going to help bring that core stability of the connection in fairly quickly. Let's move those out of the way and we'll have a look at the energies coming through for you for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Leo, on an individual level. Yeah, so you've got a new passionate beginning, an activation for a soul path, a new soul path. You could be feeling some dissatisfaction right here, right now with what is, and a desire to walk away from what you've invested in emotionally in the past. There is a spiritual elevation coming through here for you, Leo, but the big energy presenting is the soul path activation, the new passionate beginning, so leading you into new creativity, new passion, new purpose, feeling the call of your soul, and it's elevating you, okay, taking your focus off of that surface level into something that's more fulfilling and satisfying, and more in tune with your essence, and aligned with your soul level happiness. There's a lot of learning on the way. However, Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords, you are taking into this period of time preconceived ideas about relationship. In terms of this connection, there's some jumping to conclusions. There's applying meanings that are based from your operating system, your acquired beliefs and values, and not as things actually are. But there is definitely awareness coming through here. You're very, very supported through your energetic team. You're going to be receiving messages through your animal guides, through your spirit guides, through your higher self, from source even. Coming to the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands, that communication that I was talking about in the preparation that sort of came from your person and fell on deaf ears, well, then it's going to hit the mark. Through your awareness in the middle of the next 4 to 6 weeks of your alignment and the narratives that you're actually applying rather than allowing things just as they are, you're definitely taking that on board and letting that flow through you so that you come into balance and alignment as well. So those misunderstandings in the initial communication then become resolved. You're seeing things a little bit differently. You're open to receiving the communication just as it is without applying any meanings from your acquired beliefs and values, and you're actually having the deeper conversations with your person is how it's presenting. So let's have a look at the overall energies for your person. They're making a choice here. The Lovers and the Three of Swords, pain, sadness, and sorrow. Definitely they have some walls up. So if this is a new connection, they're coming in too with some preconceived ideas, just as you are, around relationship, around what it should look like, what it should feel like, what their role is, what your role is, and how it should unfold. The connection that they experience when they come in here is not like they have experienced before. This is something completely different. This is soul connection. So they're going to feel it very, very quickly. And that Three of Swords, the pain, sadness, and sorrow that has built the walls up around them, starts to heal. So they could be doing a lot of release work in the middle of this period of time as you move through the unfolding of these frequencies. They actually could be quite open to spirit at this time. It kind of feels like they might even be into like primal screaming and those kinds of modalities to release, but I kind of feel that's also coming from you or through you. I don't know if you teach those kinds of modalities or that you've experienced those kinds of things, and they've brought you some relief that you're then passing over to them. But there's something to do with their release and your awareness of your acquired beliefs and values that's changing your perspective, okay? And those walls that your person has at the beginning of this start to lessen as they become more secure in the connection, as they feel more grounded, as they feel heard, as they feel seen, all right? And your move to being open to their communication, your stability in your balance, in your truth, so your authenticity and your integrity is allowing them to feel safe and secure, to be as they are, and it is lessening that the defense mechanisms and the walls that they have put up. Let's have a look at the connection itself. Points of connection. These sometimes can be conversation starters. Page of Swords. Open and honest communication. Now, both of you at the very beginning here are potentially using smoke and mirrors, not revealing how you really feel or what you really think, but rather just communicating what you think the other person needs to hear. Page of Swords is also bringing through a lot of distorted lens. So before someone's even finished speaking, the other one's already jumped to conclusions to fit it to the storyline that's in the operating system. So there's an opportunity here for the development of more open, honest, authentic communication between you. This is going to flow out into the external as well, because it then becomes more of a natural way of being rather than something you have to be consciously aware of. The new way of doing things, Seven of Pentacles. There's definitely growth here from doing things differently, approaching things differently, different to the shoulds and shouldn'ts, the acquired beliefs and values, different to relationships in the past, different to staying within those roles as prescribed by the norms of the storylines and narratives, the acquired beliefs and values, your operating system. There is this joint trying of new things, new ways. Recognizing that this feels different is a good start. Recognizing that just as it is, it feels comfortable. And it is an opportunity to try doing things differently, to bring what you think, say, and do into alignment with your happiness. Things start moving very, very quickly towards the end of the 4 to 6 weeks. Once that communication starts flowing more easily, once the walls start coming down and once the alignment becomes a thing, things start moving very, very quickly. It is going to start to feel as though there is a purpose for this connection. It is outside of the scope of this period of time of this reading to delve into exactly what that may be. But as this unfolds, you will get a clearer idea of what that is, Leo. There you go. That's your relationship reading for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that it helps in some way. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon.